Hey guys, so in today's video I'm going to go over landscape photography using the Sony kit lens. So get that question quite a lot, is how the kit lens performs with landscape photography. So a lot of people are just coming into Sony, so they get the Sony camera with the kit lens as their first lens, so they want to know if they need to get a lot more lenses straight away or if it's good enough just from the get-go. So in this first shot here I'm up in Port Hills, which is near Christchurch in New Zealand, and I'm just here at sunrise and the sun has just popped up over the hill here. I'm just trying to take a few different kinds of shots with there's a gondola that comes down the mountain there, and the station's just there, so have that in the frame at the top left and have the sun at the top right, just trying to make a nice composition. So this is the final shot here. I'm trying to get a bit of a leading line with the trail at the front there, a nice little sun at the side. So one of the good things about the kit lens is its variable zoom. So on this shot here, you can't see it that well in the GoPro video, but there's a road here in front of me that's sort of winding across, and I thought that would make quite a nice shot if it's compressed in. It'd be a nice shot if there was a bicycle or something on the road at the time, but there wasn't because it was really early, so it was pretty deserted. But that's a good thing about the lens, you can zoom in quite close to get a nice compressed shot. So I'm zoomed in to 70mm now, and I'm f8 just to get everything nice and sharp and focus. And when I'm out taking photos, I like to spot compositions that might be good next time I go. So maybe next time there'll be cyclists if I'm not there so early, and I'll know that's a good spot for a good shot right there. So as you can see, a nice winding road through the scene, through the composition, and it's a nice leading line. In this scene here, there's a little cut shed thing with a little roof. It's supposed to be something to do with the remembrance from when people used to have to walk over the hills to get from one side to the other back in the olden days, and then they would stop at the top and look over the views. But I'm trying to get a nice composition with the ridge line of the mountains in the distance, because it's quite early in the morning here, so the sun's hasn't come up yet, so they get a nice sort of clean slate of the sky, and it's a nice contrast with the mountains. And then I'm trying to integrate that with the hut in the foreground here. Now you can't see from this perspective of this camera, but I'm using the camera at my eye level, and you can actually see the ridge line through the little porthole circle, and I thought that would make a nice little feature in the frame there. So now I'm at the gondola station. The sun has come up now, so it's nice and bright, and you can see over to the Christchurch city here. I'm trying to get a nice symmetrical kind of shot, so I'm looking directly down the centre of the lines for the gondola tracks, and then have the city off in the background, just to make a nice composition. Now I'm just varying the zoom here, just to try a few different kind of shots, see what I like more. I think I ended up going quite zoomed in. I don't think I was 100% at 70mm, but maybe like 60. You can get a nice view of the city in the distance there with the gondola station at the front here. And I really like the colour reproduction of this lens. It gets some nice vivid punchy colours. From this spot here I'm looking down at the little town of Littleton in just near Christchurch. It's just over this hill at the other side, and it's a really nice frame, especially this time in the morning. It's quite a still frame to it. And I'm just showing here, if you zoom into like 70, you get a nice frame here with the ship in the distance there. So you can vary your compositions quite dynamically with this lens, and it is a really nice sharp lens. So no matter what zoom you go for, you're gonna get nice sharp shots with it, from my experience. Ended up zooming out to 28mm for the final shot, and you get a much more panoramic type view. So it just depends what kind of shots in your landscape photography you like to do. Overall, I think it's a really strong lens for a kit lens. It's really sharp, it focuses nice and quickly, and it has a great variance for landscape photography. I hope you liked today's video, and I hope you found it useful if you're thinking about switching over to Sony. I appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe. Thanks.